This segment is how to create and build very inexpensive but very effective signals for your layout. It's easy. I'll show you how. First of all, I built this. Let me lay this down so it's easier to see it. I built this. Here's your green and red signal. That's home. And here's your green and yellow, which is a warning, a distance signal. And I did it this way so they'd be visible, so you could see the wire colors and everything and understand exactly what I'm doing. So that's, so we have our signals and we have our track. We have them next to our track. I put them a little further away from the track than you probably need to, but not much. And then I added this little picture so it looks like it's going somewhere. Thought you might enjoy that. Oh, better line it up. Well, it doesn't want to line up. Okay. Now forget this. It was cute, but this, put this over here. This is an Azatrex MRD1V. That's how it comes in a package like this. They'll mail them to you any place in the world. There are instructions, some screws and spacers, sensors wired up, and and the unit itself. Let's take it out of the box. This is a standard delay. I think it's 0.3 to 15 seconds. I've had some of mine custom timed from 15 to 30 seconds because this layout's pretty long and it's better to have it a little bit longer. But most layouts, this is going to be adequate. So I will mount it on there and I'll be right back. Okay, that's mounted. The next thing we need to do is mount our sensors. Now if it's under the track, and that's the way I'm going to mount it, they need to be at about a 45-degree angle so that they meet, those arrows meet together. In other words, if it's too far away, then it won't work, but if you could do it like that, it's about right. The sensor is in this tube, which you can shorten if you want. It doesn't need to be that long. It's loose in there, you can push it out. I got the sensors installed, not quite at a 45, but they're pretty close together. I think it'll work. I probably didn't put as much care into that as I could have. To hook up the sensors, we have this pretty easy to follow diagram here. Orange, white, orange goes to K, white to R, X to yellow, and so on. So I'll go ahead and they have these handy little, you push in on this with a screwdriver or your fingernail or whatever, and then just stick the wire in there and it grabs it. That's all you have to do. there they are, all hooked up. Now we need some power. I think for that it'll be easiest to go over to my bench, and I'll use my bench power over there. So I'll move this and move the camera, and I'll be right back. Okay, now we'll just pretend that this is my shunting wagon here. It triggers it. What does that mean? Well, not much yet, because we don't have the signals hooked up. Once we get the signals hooked up, then it'll all work. That was just a test to be sure that the power was on and that it was at an angle, the sensors were at an angle where it would reflect off the underside of this wagon or train. Okay, now I'm going to switch to, I'm going to record on the screen and talk about how these get wired up. Here's the wiring diagram. If you're going to do this, take a screenshot of this diagram. So we've wired up the plus 12 power to P1, the minus 12 power to P2. We've also connected to P1. We've connected the common wire, the anode common wire, the plus side of the LEDs over to P1. And we wired, then we put the jumper between P1 and Q1. The Q1 goes to the green negative side of the LEDs, and then a QC goes to the negative side of the red and the yellow LEDs. Here's the situation. We have our train is coming along here on the track, and it's coming along, and it goes down here, and bang, that turns red. And it keeps going. And the next train comes up behind it, sees, oh, yellow, I better slow down because the next one's going to be red. And it stops and it waits until it turns green. And then it can continue. And then it turns red again. And that's how it works. Now those signals should be, I don't know, 30, 60 inches apart. Meter, whatever size your system is, something reasonable. And maybe 2 or 3 signals on a small loop, or, whatever you want. You can have them every 6 inches if you want, but that's how you do it. And it's very cheap. This unit here, I think, is $19.50 US. He'll ship those anywhere in the world. So, altogether, I've got postage in it, and I bought that sensor for signal controlling, the MRD1V. They've got an MRD1, but it doesn't have the variable timing on it. It's a set timing. I prefer the variable because, there's some cases I want it to be really long, and other cases I don't want it to be very long at all. But, yeah, that's how you do it. And once again, to build the signals, with enclosures, of course, just follow that little link right there, and I take you through how to build it step by step. So you can build a signal. You can build a signal head, or you can build a cantilevered signal. It's all on my channel, and we've already been through those two. But I'll put at the end. I'll put those end screens up to take you to both of those videos. But this Azatrax has got a bunch of great products. Some of them you won't be able to use because if you're doing a UK style layout, if you're doing a US style layout, he's got a ton of stuff for US layouts. But these are great for signals, and signals are kind of international. So that's it. Bye from Farland. Choo 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 choo.